Today, I want to talk about the differences between Charlie Kirk and George Floyd death. And then I want to talk about how Donald Trump really broke one of these left-wing content creators' brain. Okay, the differences between the Charlie Kirk and the George Floyd death. I stumbled across social media X, and then people want to play the clip that Charlie Kirk justified George Floyd murder, which is not true. As a black man, I saw how Derek Chauvin had George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 52 seconds. And I watched the video, I watched different content creator reaction about George Floyd death. But when I watched the video, George Floyd um, was resisting arrest. And And he said that he could not breathe before Derek Chauvin had him on the ground. And then he Derek Chauvin was using what he was taught by the police department. But I thought Derek Chauvin was an arrogant piece of garbage because the dude was already in handcuffs. He was already on his stomach in handcuffs. He should have just chilled and got his knee off his neck because he could have put himself in better position of not facing charges in court. But we should not make George Floyd as a martyr because he had like multiple criminal conviction, like history of going in and out of jail. And then the differences between Charlie Kirk, he was assassinated in cold blood in, in front of his children and wife. Now, people want to bring up the fact that he's pro-Israeli. He doesn't believe that Israel is committing a genocide and that Israel has a right to defend himself. But but his but this is a cause that they support. There's a division within the Republican Party. There's some fraction on the right that support the Palestinian, and there's some fraction in the right that support Israel. And Myron Gaines even feels sad about Charlie Kirk's death, even though they were two opposite, that Charlie Kirk was pro-Israel and Myron Gaines was pro-Palestine. And the other part that I want to move on is I want to talk about how Donald Trump really broke these left-wing content creator, Destiny, Kyle Kalinske, and the Son Piker. Ever since Trump made that comeback in 2024 and won the election, they have became so unhinged. They have advocated for conservatives to be murdered because they disagree with them. And these people are like demons. And Charlie Kirk was effective. Going in college campuses and debating, he was an effective communicator. I don't know who can really replace him to be that voice in the conservative movement. And then a way how Donald Trump really broke Crystal Heavely's brain. He doesn't really know what to call his YouTube channel anymore. Like, for example, you go from the People's Party, pro-democracy news, anti-Republican news. He doesn't really know what to call his channel anymore. He keeps changing the thumbnails and the title. And at some point, some people really need to snap out of this because he's just a propagandist. He doesn't really educate you on anything, just projection, clickbait, fake nightmare reality that simply never materialized. When he was actually doing news, he barely had a channel. And then from 2021 to 2024, he monetizes content talking about Trump on a daily basis. And this is how his channel was able to get over 100,000 subscribers, even though he wasn't even in power at the time. And there's really nothing special about his content. There's not one video out of the 1,000 video he made in the last 5 years that I can think of where he made some decent points. So this is how Donald Trump really broke some of these left-winger brain. And this got Destiny as well.
To have the level of composure she had during that speech, I would be out for blood. I understand why she's angry and why she said the things that she said. Okay, you need to understand what being a human is, what it's like to actually lose someone that you love, that you chose to spend your life with, that you chose to raise children with, a person who was violently and viciously assassinated like that. This is why I've moved away.
And when something yeah, I know you got bullied online. It's so funny. It's so funny that you just said that you don't think about how other people act to define your behavior. Your entire political ideology now is somehow defined by the people that were mean to you on Twitter.
No,
if somebody cares about somebody who's grieving,
I understood
then you tell that
what the
person,
laws
you tell
on the
that
left
person,
happen to
hey,
be.
maybe you should step back for a couple of weeks.
No,
Maybe you should take some time to grieve. You don't say, hey, let's throw a camera in front of you and have you do mass recruitment for our political party while everyone over here is calling for civil war. It's unhinged. When you've got people like Matt Walsh in the Daily Wire, the president of the United States,
guy who said he'd be okay with his own parents getting killed if they went to that Trump rally where that assassination
yeah, and we're talking to a woman who went on and did the whole conservative media outlet with
there's no reasoning with you.
Yeah. Trump derangement syndrome has broken these people's brain. But I watched the whole thing from Cornwell storming out to Destiny coming on. But it did not disappoint when I click on that video because I knew it was going to be a banger, which it was. I don't watch all of Piers Morgan's video. Depends who he has on the panel. But this is the way I think it should be. This is the way how Republican and Democrat should interact with each other. Because you can be subject to assassination attempt. And And then the trench shooter said in one of his bullets, "Hey, fascists, catch it." So in here, in one of his bullets, no, he's not trans, the shooter. Um, Tyler Robertson. Hey, fascist, catch. So this is one of his bullets. So when the authority arrived in the scene, this is what it said on its bullet. Hey, fascist, catch. So this was rhetoric that was perpetrated from probably guys like Kyle Kalinske and Destiny, because these are two YouTubers with big platform. Destiny has over 800,000 subs on YouTube, and Kyle Kalinske has about 1 million subs. And then it's ironic that fools like Christopher at least want to make it seem like, oh, we don't really know, even though it's right there. The network that you like to send for on a day-to-day basis, have it right there in the website or article. Now, the right did implicate that they were fascist. For example, Steve Bannon Nazi salute.
They win as we retreat, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. We're not going to quit. Fight, fight, fight. Amen. God bless you. You interrupted. Hey, so do you condemn Elon Musk doing Nazi salutes? Oh, so do you? It's simple. It's very simple. It was not a Nazi salute. Do it. See, I have done it multiple times. No, let me interrupt you. That is a bad faith question and argument. You just did a Nazi salute. You're a Nazi.
Okay, no, this is what it is.
Do you think that Elon was like saluting or doing Nazi salute? Oh, Elon Musk was not doing the Nazi salute. Okay, will you do it? Yes, as I did it actually at USC. I said, my name was Elon Musk, and I love all of you in this crowd here tonight.
Okay. And then
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
so I can understand why the left will call them Nazis, because Elon Musk, Steve Bannon, and Charlie Kirk, they did the Nazi salute. And there was an article where Trump asked one of his advisors, why can't you just be like the Hitler generals? So both of them kind of implicated to that Charlie Kirk assassination. But it was pushed constantly by peoples on the left, people like Kalinske and Destiny, who have become more unhinged ever since the 2024, ever since after the 2024 presidential election. And that's all I gotta say.